Welcome to the 5-Minute English Vocabulary Podcast. My name is Herbert Lee, and I'll be your host. Now you can easily improve your vocabulary without memorizing long lists of boring words, and still develop a powerful command of English. You'll learn the origin of words, or etymology, told as easy-to-remember stories. You'll also hear some jokes, and learn some idioms as well. Episode 13. Frenemy, Portmanteaus, Part 1. Frenemy is a combination of friend plus enemy. Someone who acts like or pretends to be a friend despite an underlying rivalry. A portmanteau of the words friend and enemy. Frenemy is thought to have been coined in 1953 when an American gossip columnist named Walter Winchell suggested applying it to the difficult relationship between Russia and the United States. He wrote in an article jokingly by saying, "How's about calling the Russians our frenemies?" Portmanteau. What's a portmanteau? You might not be familiar with the term portmanteau, but you likely use portmanteaus in your vocabulary and writing more than you realize. A portmanteau, P-O-R-T-M-A-N-T-E-A-U, is a word made by blending at least two words together. The new word combines both the sounds and meanings of the origins. To form a portmanteau, usually the first segment of one word is attached to the final segment of another word. Some other portmanteau words are blended in other ways, like combining the initial segments of both words together. Portmanteau comes from the French and means port, to carry, and manteau, which means cloak. It describes a suitcase that opens in two halves. Portmanteaus carry both meanings of their word pairs. So what is the function of a portmanteau? By combining two distinct words into one, a new word is created that holds its own specific meaning. A portmanteau is often mistaken for a compound word, but it is quite different, since portmanteaus don't combine two complete words, like the word firefighter, which is two words. Instead, portmanteau words blend parts of two distinct words. This wordplay expands the boundaries of language, while also keeping readers engaged in the creative work. Portmanteaus are used very often in everyday conversation. You probably already know many of them. Here are just a few common ones. Brunch is a combination of breakfast and lunch. It's a meal that takes place between breakfast and lunch hours. Email combines electronic and mail, the electronic alternative to paper mail communication. Fortnight, F-O-R-T-N-I-G-H-T, 14 plus night, 2 weeks of 14 nights. Internet. This combines interconnected and network. It's a computer network of information. Motel combines motor plus hotel. It's a hotel designed for motorists. Newscast combines news and broadcast, a radio or television segment that features current events. And the last one I hope you don't get in trouble with, breathalyzer, breath and analyzer. It's a device used to analyze a person's breath for their blood alcohol content, usually used by a policeman to see if someone has been drinking too much on the road. Okay, so here are some portmanteaus that you can add to your vocabulary. They're easy to learn and remember because you may already know one or both of the parts. Emoticon, emotion, and icon. Facial expressions or emotions expressed through keyboard symbols. Mocktail, mock plus cocktail, a cocktail that contains no alcohol. Instead of a Bloody Mary, we have a non-alcoholic version called the Virgin Mary. Brexit, Britain plus exit, the withdrawal of Great Britain from the European Union in 2020, after voting to leave it in a 2016 referendum. Bromance, brother and romance, a close platonic relationship between two male friends. So look that one up, platonic, Platonic. So we're going to stop here for this podcast. Lots more portmanteaus next week in Hijack, Portmanteaus Part 2. Until then, it's Herbert Lee saying bye for now.